guys, Josh and Heath here from E.T.T.A Arms. I'm going to do a video on traveling with guns. Heath here, he travels a lot more than I do. I pretty much stay here and don't go anywhere. But Heath travels quite frequently, so he keeps up with the laws and the regulations on state to state, what he can carry and where he can't carry. He's going to go over a little bit about that and what he does.
Right now your 4th of July is about to come up, so everybody's going to be traveling. You might be going out of state, different, even just a different county. It can vary. I just got back from Chicago last week, and going into Illinois, they have laws that if you just looked up the state that you were going to, you wouldn't think you were breaking a law when you got into that county. That then you find out, by the police officer that you're breaking their law. Like the blade restrictions are like 3 inches in Illinois for a folding blade knife, where in Cook County, which is Chicago, it's I believe a 2-inch knife, something like that. So I carry a lockbox, and it has a little cable here. You can lock this down to the under your seat. Some states require it to be in the trunk of a vehicle or in the farthest back compartment of the vehicle. Like if you have a SUV, I have to put it in the back hatch. But that goes in right there, and then once this is locked, you can't get this out. Like I said, you just loop this. There's a little eye hook on it, or a loop of the steel cable itself. You just run it around the frame of your seat and then back into the box. And that way, if it's locked in there, even if you don't want to lock it to the frame, you've still got it locked up. Where a kid might not be able to get it if you leave a kid in the car, to pump gas or something like that. It's still locked up in there. I took a flashlight, a tactical pen whenever I can't carry firearm. It's just a sharp pointy pen on one side. It's pretty heavy duty on both ends, where you can get some punctures into people. This is my favorite little knife. I can put it on my keychain. You don't know it's a knife. I went into a couple of clubs and stuff, comedy clubs, and they were restricted where they would wand you going in. And so it's a Gerber thumbnail. And once it's on your keychain, it doesn't look like a knife because it's so small. It's not very threatening. Then pepper spray. In Cook County, you can't deploy pepper spray if there's more than 20 people in the establishment. So, even if you need it, you're not allowed to use it. Places like New York, so Chicago, they actually honor my carry permit as far as in my vehicle. I'm allowed to carry my firearm in my vehicle concealed. But places like New York, they don't. So what I do is I'll lock this in my trunk, and my firearms in the trunk, and then I carry bear spray. It's legal in every state. In New York, you do have to have a firearms owner identification card or something like that, but not for out-of-state residents. It's a lot. It's more volume than just, a can of pepper spray. There's probably 12 ounces, 10 ounces, something like that in here. And it shoots 40 feet. Comes with a nice little belt loop holster. But the nice thing about it, the size of it, you can put it in your door right where your cups go. And then, you get out to pump gas, just leave your passenger door open, and then you've got pepper spray right there. Easy access to it. I use concealcarry.com. They have a nice app. It works on iPhones and Androids. You can go in there and you can put in what state your carry permit's issued in, and it'll give you a checklist with just a map, and it'll be green for the states you're allowed in, red for the states you're not allowed in, and then you can actually click on the red states where I clicked on Illinois, and it'll say, you know, that I can't carry outside of my vehicle, but I can carry inside the vehicle. It'll tell you if they've got magazine limits. It goes over any question you could have about, you know, laws. It's already in there. It's a great little reference guide, you know, especially if you're going on long road trips. I did I went from Tennessee out to Washington and back, and California was in there. So, you know, there was a bunch of states that weren't very, very firearms friendly. So it was nice to have that. I could just pull it up, and, you know, right before I was driving into that state, I could get, you know, pretty informed on what the laws were in each state. And then if it tells you, it'll tell you like if the varies by county, where Tennessee, you know, doesn't, if it's legal in Tennessee, it's legal in all parts of, or all counties in Tennessee. But Chicago, it can vary by county, so you have to look up the specific counties that you're actually going through. Where Chicago has a 15-round mag capacity, Cook County has a 10-round mag capacity. So you know, even just can still carry. If I had it on my side and I was carrying my 15 rounds in Illinois, I'd be legal until I got into Cook County. Then I wouldn't be legal anymore, you know. So then it's a whole nother thing you're having to go through. But hopefully this was informative, helps you. You know, a couple ideas on being able to carry a couple of smaller things when you can't carry your firearm. Good way to lock up your firearm, especially, you know, you can't carry into post office. I keep one in each of my cars, just so if I have to go into the post office, I can drop it in that. Somebody doesn't see me, you know, put my gun in my glove box, and then they just, you know, pop open my glove box pretty easy. They can't, you know, they'd have to have a cutter to get through that. So, but stay safe on your travels, and hopefully this, you know, was a little informative video to help anybody out that was wondering. And again, that was concealedcarry.com. They're
Also,
out.
these little boxes here are pretty cheap. You can use a Harbor Freight, didn't you?
I got this one from Harbor Freight, and I've got some from Academy. I think Academy is actually the cheapest. I think they were like $8 at Academy.
Not much.
So
I mean, you can even use one if you needed to for, say you don't have a big gun collection at home. You could even buy something like that to try to keep it away from if you got kids or whatever.
You could even drill holes in the bottom of it and mount it somewhere, you know, under a table or under your bedside.
What about traveling with an AR? Can you do that?
You can. So with an AR pistol, it'd be the same restrictions as a, you know, pistol, but then some states have, you know, barrel lengths and stuff like that that they don't really like to for you to carry. So yeah, it's a lot, but you know, you got to keep up with it, or you know, if you break one of those laws, you might not be able to carry a firearm ever again. So do your best just to stay up to date on the laws of where you're going, you know.
I know it sucks for a lot of states, but you gotta try to stay legal.
I mean, most of the time if I'm traveling, I want to carry more rounds, but I end up having to carry LCP or LCR most of the time, which is just, it's terrible. A lot of times I'll carry my bigger firearm and lock it up in the trunk when I'm going through more restrictive states, and then I'll have my smaller mag capacity or my revolver in the states that don't allow it, but I still can carry in. So, but thanks for watching. Y'all stay safe.
Thank you for watching.
Have a good 4th of July. Make sure and follow us on MeWe, Facebook, and Instagram.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Boy, I was getting sleepy during that video.
Dude, I haven't slept.